Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. This is CAC speaking. Now, I have a very, I wouldn't say sad news or a bad news to share with you guys, but it is actually an update on the current CAC portal, right? So one of the major things we just noticed right now is that there's something called revoke of a company. And company revocal is something that looks new with the CAC. Not necessarily new, it has been happening on the back end before now. And what that means is that one, you would have registered a business, you've gotten your certificate, you've gotten your RC, BN number, IT number, you've probably opened a bank account with it, you've started transacting with the bank account, you have a TIN number with it, and everything seems to be fine. But actually, that company might have been revoked by the Corporate Affairs Commission. And one of the major things you need to understand is that this company revocal is becoming a major thing. And it only happens to businesses that are not properly classified, properly registered. Now, I will try and do something when, uploading this video. I'm going to read out a message that we got on one registration that was done on our portal, but was not properly done. So let me give you this update. It says, your company registration application was revoked, right? Entity, they put the name of the business. Reason for revocation. So one of the major reasons for the revocation of a company could be due to the fact that school can, for instance, and this particular one is saying school cannot be registered under business name. Now, the person went ahead, registered a business name, a school as a business name, meaning that that was not a proper classification. There are businesses that you cannot register as business name, and there are some businesses that are strictly specified to a particular class. So if you don't register them in that particular class, either part A, part B, or part C, you might have issue. Now, this person, I believe, registered this business during the AI rush and everything, and there was no way that the AI would detect, or the AI had not been able to learn and understand that school cannot be registered as a business name, so that you reject the name. But the AI went ahead and accepted the name, and the person went ahead to do the business registration and everything. But unfortunately, right now, that is not acceptable. This registration has been revoked by the Corporate Affairs Commission, and that revocal means that the business name has been revoked, the CAC certificate has been revoked, the status report has been revoked, everything that the person has connected to this business name has been revoked. Now, what are the possible problems that might happen? This same business now, since they have been revoked, another person can go ahead and register the same name with a company and get it registered, and the person will start operating the business and will have everything working fine. The person can see you register that, okay, you are using my name, why are you using my business name? You tell them you are registered. The person will tell you to, oh, me too, I'm registered. And then when you now start doing a deep search into these two businesses, you're going to notice that you are actually using another person's business name, because the name that was given to you was revoked because of improper compliance. Who is at fault? The person who is at fault is the person who was ignorant enough to register the business as a business name. Now, ignorance is not an insult. It's just, the fact that you don't know something. So that is why before you start even considering doing business with registering people's, give me that book, Matthew, that book. Before you start registering people's business, you must make sure you learn. And that's why we have a course on the on CAC registration, where we teach people the nitty-gritty of business registration. So it's not just about knowing how to register people on the CAC portal. It also includes having an understanding of the basics and the important things. Now, let me show you something I'm currently working on. Look at this. This is the Nigerian Tax Act of 2025. I'm going to be studying this over time, and I'm going to be summarizing, making videos, and doing everything. So it's not just about doing the registration. It's not just about doing the registration. It's also about being able to get the knowledge, get the necessary information, and being able to present it to your client and let them know, oh, this business cannot be registered as a business name, but rather as a company. If the customer is not interested, they go. But your reputation would not be at stake. And who are those that will be having issues? So if the person that registered this particular business itself will be having a particular issue with the customer will drag this person and tell, okay, you'd have, imagine, maybe the person was not willing to pay before, now the person have every justification to blame you that, oh yes, you not you would have told me, I would have paid you this, that. You understand? So the best thing to do is that before this name actually gets carried by another person, this person needs to carry on and start another registration entirely, right? So another thing I also want to share, why you can have possible revocation. Let me share other possible revocations to you. Another one says a company was it said be specific on the nature of business, please. That's the reason why it was revoked. So the first one is because you not properly classifying it. The second one is because you are not specific based on the nature of business, right? So if, for instance, you're registering a business and you're not specific about the nature, you are not you are not telling the CAC the exact thing you are doing in the business. So don't forget, when this AI issue started, we were using other businesses and other specific choice in our selections, right? And those selections that we're having were affecting the registrations, right? Those specific selections we're having were affecting our registration and was causing issues with selecting nature of business, which was telling you that nature of business can only be other businesses, right? I believe you remember that whatever you select in your name reservation must also be selected, must also be what you use during the registration. I believe you remember that season. That's those of you that were there. But right now, all businesses that were not properly classified or categorized will not be allowed to go scot-free. It will be revoked. Another reason for revocation could be that the fact that you put incorporated in your business. We've seen a business that the person put incorporated in the name of the business, and it's a business name. You can imagine incorporated in a business which is not allowed in the first place. So it says remove ink from the name and try to upload supporting document, please. Revoked, and this is because it has been approved before. It was revoked now. So approved could mean that it was registered and approved, or it was reserved. So it means that maybe the person is registering the business and the name was reserved and the reservation was now revoked. So it could be in those terms. Either it has been completely registered and then revoked, or it is still undergoing registration and it's being revoked. So all those things can happen. And also maybe trying to register a travel and tour business as a business name. Imagine improper classification. How can a travel and tour that is almost about, I think, 30 million naira to register a travel and tour company? You understand? So you cannot eat your cake and have it, right? So you must make sure you learn first before you go ahead and start this as a business. Take our course. You see the description in the description below. You take our course, you join our mentorship class, and then we'll help you become a professional when it comes to registering businesses. I've been registering businesses for over, I think, 6-7 years now, since 2018 or thereabout. I've been registering businesses, and the wealth of experience we've combined them into our courses and into our mentorship programs to help you guys grow, right? So if you want to join, you click on the description below, and I hope this video has actually helped you. So I'm not going to beg you to subscribe. So please subscribe to the channel and click on the notification bell and make sure you like this video so that others can also get access to this video. My name is Ezekiel, and we're going to see you in the next one. Thank you, and God bless you.